are a number of health myths that could help or hinder your journey to a healthier life. Today, I'm joined by Terry Page with Medical Transformation Center to debunk some of these myths, or maybe we're going to learn something that you can add into your health journey. My eyes are always opened when you come on because I learn so much, especially I think as women, we need to know whether or not these are myths. So the first one is, if you do a cardio workout, can you eat carbs afterwards without worrying? Please say yes.
You know, back in the old days, I used to think, oh, I've gone to an aerobics class, now I can go to McDonald's and eat French fries. Yeah, I can eat French fries. So, you know, if you're trying to lose weight, you still want to be mindful of your carbs. So it doesn't mean that you can just carb load after you do a cardio workout. Really, if you were going to do an intense cardio workout, you might want to put some carbs in before so that you burn the carbs instead of burning your muscles. You know, I mean, so it would make more sense to do that, to do a little bit of, you know, and not carb loading. I mean, carb loading may be appropriate if you're running a marathon, but not just to go and do a cardio workout.
And be careful about the carbs that you're taking in.
Absolutely. You want to be mindful of what they're composed of. So in this example, the McDonald's French fries wouldn't be a good one, but you know, maybe a piece of fruit, that would be a good carb to have.
We forget that fruits have carbs. Certain fruits have more carbs than others,
straight up carb, yeah.
We forget about that. So the next one is, myth or not, you can subtract 5 pounds from your weight is water weight.
We had a lot of fun with that one, and I was talking to my husband about that actually earlier today, just, you know, just for fun, and he said, you know, I like to deal in reality.
Yeah.
He goes, well, really what we're looking for is that you're well hydrated, which is important. So you don't want to walk around dehydrated just so you weigh less. Weigh what you weigh and move forward. That's really it. You know, then make decisions. Okay, I'm carrying a little too much weight. I need to let that go. I need to release it. I mean, you know, the classic lady thing, I don't want to weigh with my clothes on. I mean,
I take my shoes off when I get my
clothes,
physical.
Everything if I can, because, you know, it adds weight.
That's a whole separate podcast and therapy discussion that we need, especially as women, I think, to reframe about what we judge as weight, because we need to put on muscle, and that weighs more. Like, we need to break up with that.
Exactly.
Another one.
No, okay, that's another conversation.
Okay, more protein is always better. Myth or not?
Again, some truth to that. A lot of folks don't get enough protein. We usually say a rule of thumb is like 0.5 grams per pound of body weight. But what we like to tell people is shoot for 100 grams a day. Now, you want to be careful of that composition because, for example, I have sometimes people tell me, well, I made a great smoothie today and it had 50 grams of protein, so I'm halfway there. You actually can't digest all of that all at once. You'll get gas, you'll get bloated. So you really want to keep your segments at about 30, no more than 30 grams at a pop.
Right.
Really just so that you can digest them better.
Make sure that it's measurable, spaced out quantities. All right, so the next one is, don't eat fat. It will make you fat.
Fat makes you fat.
Fat makes you fat.
That's
Myth or not?
The food pyramid, remember? The food pyramid, don't eat fat.
Somebody needs to blow that food pyramid up.
Well, it's really kind of debunked now, but it depends on what the fats are. Actually, we need really healthy fats. So we need the fats in avocados, coconut, nuts, fatty fishes, you know, some animal fat protein. You want that good fat. That's something your body's going to use it. Your body's going to help you make your hormones with that. It's good for your brain. It's good for satiety. It makes you feel full, which is important, you know, so that you're not eating that bag of pretzels. You know, if you eat a scoop of peanut butter, you're going to feel better than if you ate a whole bag of pretzels. You know, it'll stick to your ribs. The other fats that aren't good for you that will make you fat are going to be those polyunsaturated fats, those PUFAs. You know, those are very inflammatory. The PUFAs, the PUFAs are inflammatory, the seed oils, that type of thing. So that's where you want to be careful.
Choose your fat properly.
Choose your fat wisely.
Choose your fat.
Yes, choose your fat wisely.
There is a lot of conflicting information out there about fasting and starvation. So is it a myth that your body will go into starvation mode?
No, that's not really a myth in certain instances. So time-restricted eating, intermittent fasting, that's something that we do.
Good.
Yeah, we do talk to our patients about that because you want to be metabolically flexible. So really what we recommend, if you fast all the time, then yeah, your body's going to be, got to hold on to stuff. I don't know when she's going to feed me again. So really what we recommend is that you do maybe 3 to 4 days a week of time restricted or intermittent fasting. And then the other days you eat normally. So, you know, throughout the day, that type of thing, so that your body's guessing. You want to keep your body guessing so it's flexible.
Interesting, yeah.
So it can switch to fat burning mode or carb burning mode. I mean, you want to be flexible, especially as we age.
Do you have any events or things coming up, or are people available if they have like a question for you, is to make an appointment and come in and discuss like any health concerns they have?
Yeah, you know, we have monthly cooking classes. So the one that's coming up this October, it's October 24th, and that one is breakfast foods. And it is kind of built around that, you know, sometimes you're time restricted eating, you're not eating breakfast, but when you are, here are some healthy breakfasts that are composed more in the Paleo-Mediterranean way.
Nice. So
not full of carbs, but good solid proteins, but even baked goods. I'm going to have some baked goods on there that are made paleo as opposed to with all of the grains.
I'm a sucker for a
So
good
it's going to be
baked good
yummy.
in the
So
morning. What a
we
nice
have
treat.
an events page on our website, and that will list the classes that we do and events coming up.
Love it. Terry, always good to see you.
It's good to see you.
For more information, just head on over to medicaltransformationcenter.com.